The world is full of wonders.
Magic is hidden in small moments.
And monsters could be hiding just out of sight.
But if you're looking to find them,
adventure is waiting to happen.
You never know who you'll meet along the way.
We are the Storyteller Squad.
Hello, adventurers! Welcome back to the Storyteller Squad. Thanks for joining us for more Monster of the Week. Before we begin with our road trip adventure, let's check in with those heroes.
So to be fair, I don't know where we're going. I don't know how we're going to get there. All I know is there's probably going to be traffic, and I don't like traffic, so I'm sure this will be fine. I'm Hugo Rashad.
A runaway from everywhere he's ever been, no stranger to the cold, no stranger to the wind. It's Agent Whittaker.
/ Eurydice, but it's whatever.
Yeah, tonight the part of Agent Whittaker will be played by Ava Noblezada.
Please, where is she? Get her in here.
she just joins
See you later,
the
Emery. Give me her.
We've been on the road for like 12 hours. We have to stop for snacks and make sure everyone's gone to the bathroom and make sure everyone packed everything they needed. And I should probably call my parents at some point. This is going to be one long road trip. I'm Raven Eugenia.
Looks like I have to put in my 2 weeks' notice because I am now Demon Lord Damien Angelo Edgecrest, first of his name.
Yikes.
Wow, that was horrifying. So let me follow that up by a brief message from Felicity. I would like to remind you to hydrate, take your medication if you need to, and eat something. You probably need a snack right now. Have a lovely day, you guys. Everybody out there. I'm Felicity Starnbrook.
I have done none of those things, including sleeping. I'm Aidan Brightwood. Let's have an adventure. Last time, our heroes were reeling from the demon attack on Autumn Falls and indeed across the country as Leviathan sent her minions and forces of infernal watery darkness to try and apprehend Damien Edgecrest. As we learned, he is in possession of a piece of the spark, the divine life essence that fuels the planet, life, and all spirits and people. And for some reason, whatever bit of it he got from Felicity has elevated him to the status of Demon Lord, not just a minion anymore. So, to protect their families and the other innocents of Autumn Falls, the hunters decided to run away in order to be on the move, not be nailed down anywhere, and hopefully make themselves a harder target to find, including not just from demon lords in pursuit, but from the Eastie Agency, as Olivia Eastie ordered for Damien's capture and banishment, and Whittaker decided to accept that task, though with a bit of a wink beyond the phone that she did not see. So, we see a truck pulling up to a parking area. Two figures step out and draw flashlights from their belts. One is a woman with closely cropped blonde hair, and the other is a familiar face. Not completely familiar. A younger Agent Whittaker walks over to his senior officer, Jewel Feldman, as she scans the tree line with her light. Because we are not in Autumn Falls, nor are we even in Washington for the moment, rather near the Kielder Forest in Northumberland. Whittaker, what do you say?
So, the mission brief, it only said suspected viral lycanthropy in the area, right? They're just sending us in as like a formality to check things out. It's not like a big thing, is it?
Don't get jumpy on me now, Whittaker. things are just starting to get interesting. And the two paranormal response officers head into the woods and quickly disappear from sight as the forest swallows them into darkness. Whittaker, you are on the ground. You are bleeding from deep gashes on the side of your face, holding back a wolf shifter that is snapping at you with ever-increasing strength. The werewolf that you and Jewel were sent to deal with is letting out long, ragged breaths as it bleeds out a few meters off to the side. What do you do as Jewel Feldman attempts to kill you?
Jewel, please. This isn't you. Please, can you... He's wrestling. He's pulling his arm away. He's trying to see is there any response to his yelling.
You can see that her eyes are looking at you every couple of moments as her whole body twitches and convulses in between trying to bite and go for your jugular. But she is succumbing to the same form of lycanthropy that you just had to deal with moments before.
And does Whittaker still have the issued guns for the operation on him?
There is one that you have been trying to draw, but she's on top of you, so you're going to have to really, really reach to get at it. Do you want to act under pressure?
I would love to act under pressure. So it's going to be, he's going to sort of stop trying to push with his arms for a bit because his arms just aren't as strong as his legs, which he's going to use to try to kick her back just for a moment so he can grab the gun. That is an 11.
Agent Whittaker, though still young and in training, you push your feet up into her ribs, and there's a... And as she's kicked off to the side, you then quickly scramble for your gun. You're able to draw it, and she leaps at you.
I shoot.
Bang! Thud. You can sit there for a moment in silence. The first werewolf is already gone. And you can hear what sounds like a burning or a sizzling sound coming from Jewel's body. The transformation starts to recede as the silver bullet in her chest poisons her.
Agent Feldman. He walks over very slowly, then quickly, as he starts pulling off strips of his shirt to try and make some sort of bandage or compress. I'm so sorry. I didn't... Agent Feldman, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
She stops you and can't say anything, but she just swallows, pats the top of your hand, and she is gone. You can hear people calling your name as backup officers arrive. The beams of their flashlights crest the grassy hill as you sit there and say goodbye to your mentor. Whittaker! Whittaker! Whittaker, where are you? Whittaker! Whittaker! Hey, wake up. We're getting pretty close to the border. Should I look for an exit? You're back in your truck. You're in the front seat. Aidan is driving. It is dark out.
Why you...
We're almost in Idaho. I was going to turn around and keep circling because we're supposed to stay local.
He, looks at her for a long minute and his hand is just, sort of clutching the side of his face. And the clutching just, moves from a clutch to just sort of tugging at the sort of disfigured earlobe. Sorry. Can you say that again?
We are getting near the border, and you said we shouldn't leave the state if the agency is watching us, so do you want me to turn around? Are you okay?
I think we can leave this state. I think it's... Sorry. I'm a little, dozed off for a second there.
Let's get you some coffee. You don't look so good.
That'd be great, actually. Some coffee would be really great.
She pulls off into one of the rest stops on the highway that you're on. Everyone else, we should establish this now, and I don't actually know the answer to this. Is it safe to have people in the trailer while it's moving? I don't think that's the case, right?
No, they'd have to be in the actual truck. I mean, listen, if you wanted to be fun about it.
Yeah, no, I think it makes sense that everyone else is sort of knocked out in the back seat.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like against the law or something. The only time it's okay is if it's like an RV where it's all one, and even then you have to be like buckled into specific seats. You can't just be like sitting on the couch or anything. So we'd all be in like the truck.
Felicity has asked multiple times, though, to be able to ride in the trailer.
Damien, you're awake. I guess I've sort of said you ride in the cup holder.
Just hanging out, looking out the windows.
Jam into whatever's on the radio, yeah.
Yeah, try not to bother the other people.
Aidan has some like quiet lo-fi from her iPod plugged in and going. But yeah, she pulls in and parks and turns the truck off and looks at you and she says, "So, what do you want? I can get it for you."
No, I'll get it. I need some fresh air.
Okay.
Do you want anything?
No, unless we need to for appearances, I'm gonna save a little money and not eat things.
Yeah, right.
You never know how much we're gonna need or how long we're gonna be doing this, so.
I stockpiled on snacks before we left. And Damien like opens his mouth really wide where his interdimensional pocket is and just reaches in and starts pulling out non-perishable items.
Snacks?
Yeah, there's some chips.
Thank you. She'll fall back asleep again, but with the chips in her hands.
We're at a rest stop if people want to get up and stretch or get out.
Raven wakes up just in time to see Damien pull a bunch of snacks out of his mouth. Okay, we stopped. I'm gonna take a walk.
Do you think this rest stop has those pretzels?
Probably.
Pretzels, so you could like dip them in caramel. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Cinnamon and sugar pretzels. I want that. I'm gonna go inside. Ugh. Pretzels! Let's go! Come on!
Alright, you guys head into what highway would it be? Whatever highway it is.
It's a highway. Put it in post.
It's a highway. Yeah. There's probably not even, I don't know. I looked at the route to places you might wind up going, and like, it's a straight shot if you go into Canada, and not such a straight shot if you try and just go through Washington, it turns out. So that was interesting to learn.
Huh. Well, I don't mind Canada either.
Mm-hmm.
You know? I figured in trying to stay low on the radar of a national paranormal investigating agency, you might not want to cross borders.
Yeah,
but
that's a fair point. It's a fair point. We'll avoid that then.
Not yet, at least.
Not yet, exactly.
Yep. But yeah, so you guys are here. Feel free to have any character moments you'd like to. Aidan is, like I said, she's going to try and take advantage of her inhuman nature to not waste the resources you guys have at your disposal.
Felicity is going to go inside and try to find the This World equivalent of an Auntie Anne's pretzels.
Is anyone staying in the truck?
Aidan is. I don't know if Hugo's going to get pretzels or not, but...
Nah, he's going to stay in the truck.
Okay. So it's the three of them.
Whittaker's going to go in, grab some coffee, and then he's going to immediately go back outside to just walk around for a sec.
As their like paths cross, Felicity's going to say, "Whittaker, you want a pretzel? I'll get you a pretzel." They're like super good.
No, Felicity, I'm all right. You get one for yourself.
Okay. So Felicity's going to go up to the Auntie Anne's and she's going to order herself a cinnamon and sugar pretzel with caramel dipping sauce. But then she does feel a little bit bad. And so she's going to order Whittaker a salted pretzel with hot mustard because she thinks that that's what he would like.
Yeah, that's, if I had to describe Whittaker as a pretzel.
Yep.
It's uncanny how she knows these things.
Salted pretzel with hot mustard.
Wow. Yeah, that'll do it.
But she's not good. She's going to just like slip it to him in the car when she gets back there.
Raven, you getting anything?
Raven's probably going to get a coffee and then probably follow Whittaker outside. She definitely wants to keep an eye on Felicity. Like, she obviously trusts her, but just being wary. But she's going to go sit outside with Whittaker.
There's some like metal picnic benches and things out where you can bring your food if you're like going to stay and just actually rest at the rest stop for a little while.
How you holding up, Eugenia?
I'm okay. How are you?
It's fine.
You sure? You kind of fell asleep in the car for a bit, and I wouldn't say you were like yelling before you woke up, but we were about to wake you. Are you good?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just nightmares?
Yeah. He's tugging on his ear again. Raven, you know he's lying. Raven, what did you tell your parents before you left?
I told them that the place I was interning at, that cool company that they don't know that much about, but they know I've been interning at, needed me for this really important trip. And that it was kind of an emergency, but not a bad emergency. And so I had to leave immediately. And I don't know. I couldn't just leave without a note. So I woke them up and I told them. But yeah, they're expecting me to be gone for maybe like a week or so. I figured I'd call them after that.
They're not worried though, right?
Not that I know of. I tried to make it seem like it was cool and exciting. But they don't actually know where I'm going. They didn't ask. I think they assumed it was Portland. But yeah, they didn't ask, so I didn't say that it was like a road trip. I don't want them to worry.
You're on good terms with your parents?
Yeah, I always have been.
Raven, I'm about to say something that might sound a little condescending, but I promise you it's not, or it's not trying to be. You have a good life, and you don't... I mean, Raven, we're on the run. You don't need to throw it away for this. I'm not saying that's what you're doing, and I'm not saying this as, like, you're senior or pretending to know what's best for you, and I'm not saying that this is, like, the point of no return, but what I'm saying is, at some point, we will hit the point of no return. And I don't want you to cross it if you don't have to. So, I'm just gonna make you a standing offer. If at any point while we're out here it all gets too much for whatever reason and you don't want to go to Aidan or can't go to Aidan for whatever reason, you just let me know and I will drive you to the nearest airport to send you back to Autumn Falls. No questions asked. Listen, you're very passionate and you're very determined to be on this trip. I'm just saying, if it gets too much at any point, we can send you back. All right?
Yeah, I appreciate that. That means a lot. I know this happened quickly, but I've thought about it a lot and I want to be here. I don't feel like I've been swept into this by accident or that, I'm being forced to be here. I could have just said no. And when I went home to my parents, I could have stayed there. And I decided that this is where I should be. I can't imagine knowing what I know about this world at this point and just sitting at home and not doing anything. I don't know if you've noticed, but I can pull magic creatures out of a deck of cards, which is really, really cool. I have to do something with that. And if we can help anyone, then it's worth it. I can't sit at home and knowing that you guys are going into potentially dangerous situations that could have been less dangerous if I was there. I appreciate your offer, and I will keep it in mind. If it's too much, I promise I'll tell you, and I will go home.
All right. And this isn't me saying I don't want you here. I want that to be clear. I'm very happy you're with us, and very impressed by your magical prowess at this point. I'm going to be honest with you, I'm a little scared too, but very impressed.
Yeah, it's a little scary, I will admit. But You didn't get to see the bee, did you?
I did not see the bee.
Oh, man. I hope I can do that one again. That one was awesome.
Windy pokes their head out from the seat that you're sitting on at the thing and just sort of rests their head on your knee.
I give Windy some scritches.
God, I wish Whittaker could see Windy.
I know, it's sort of a lost moment there, but
I always forget. I feel like at this point, Raven will like do that, like pet, and then be like, it's Windy.
I would say they de-glamour, but they can't because you're in a public place.
Oh, that's true. I mean, it's dark. There's probably not that many people there. It's fine.
Is that a raccoon? Please don't feed the raccoons, miss.
My pet rabbit.
So as they're having this wholesome moment, Felicity walks out of the rest stop with 2 pretzels, notices that Raven is also there, and she totally forgot to get Raven a pretzel. So she's going to turn around and go back inside, and she's going to get Raven one of those, like, pizza pretzels with the pepperoni on it.
Ooh.
So then, after that, she'll bring the 3 pretzels out and be like, hey guys, so here's yours, Raven, and Whittaker, I know you said you didn't want anything, but these pretzels are so good. Like, I can't even, they're just so good. So I got you this pretzel and some spicy mustard, and I hope that's good.
Thank you, Felicity. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Anytime. I am happy to buy soft pretzels for anybody at any point in time.
Well, it's a good thing. There's probably going to be many, many more pretzel stands on the road. Thank you, Felicity.
You're welcome. Did I get the right kind? Kind?
This is perfect.
Ah, thank God.
Yeah, this is, wildly enough, it's exactly what I would have ordered.
Perfect. Okay.
Felicity, can you read minds now? Is that something you can do?
No.
Are you sure?
Is this part of your prophecy powers?
Well, wait, let me try.
Raven's gonna stare at her really intensely, like she's trying to send her a message.
All right, think of a number. 1 to 100.
Whittaker's thinking of a number. You want to roll to use magic?
Yeah, can I? Just to see.
Go for
Please.
It. Sure.
It's something beyond human capability.
I got a 12.
All right, what number are they thinking of?
72. Was that yours, Raven?
I was actually thinking of the number 12, so...
You want to know the wildest thing? I was actually thinking of the number 12 and then changed it to 72.
Wow.
Because I was like, that's Maddie's thoughts. But
Maddie can read minds, confirmed.
Of 72.
Yeah. Maddie can read minds. Felicity, you can't.
Nope.
They say their numbers and you're just like, huh, I guess it didn't work. And you all jump when a trash can boom, like drops from being like 30 feet up in the air, just silently.
Windy jumps into my arms.
Yeah, they absolutely just like turn into a bunch of blustering leaves and then like are poking their head out of your jacket now.
I love that.
Damien, you asked who was staying in the car, and I assume you had reasons for that. So let's check in with you, Hugo and Aidan.
Oh, I was just curious to see if people were going to leave Damien alone.
Why are you like this?
Yeah, I mean, no. I feel like of all the people in this group, ironically, we've wound up with the 2 people on the team who definitely would not. And I don't know if we want to say they actively coordinated that in-game, but that's kind of funny.
So this whole escaping and being safe and keeping a low profile, we're not going to have to do like too much more of that, right? We'll be able to spend all of the Aidan money and live the high life in some Lamborghinis and everything, right? For like another day or 2, right?
I don't have Lamborghini money, Damien.
You don't want to have Lamborghini money.
I really don't.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to find someone who has Lamborghini money and...
Well, you pissed off the person who might.
Thank you. Next.
Also, don't you guys get like a stipend or something?
I mean, I don't think I'm on payroll anymore. And Whittaker's paycheck isn't really all that much.
No Lamborghinis, huh?
Not enough to live the high life.
I don't know. This is sort of familiar for me. Being on the road, running away from my family.
That actually reminds me. Hugh's going to look around and just check to see who's in the car.
It's the three of you.
And he's going to take out his phone. And he's going to go through the contacts and look up a place called the Golden Plantain.
Okay.
And he's going to give it a call.
Who should be picking up the phone?
In theory, probably just like a waiter or a steward.
Sure. Hi, this is the Golden Plantain. Can I take your order, or would you like to schedule a reservation?
I'm actually calling to speak with Jabari, if he's in.
Oh, he's in back. Can I ask who's calling?
Yeah, it's Hugo.
Hugo! Oh my god, I haven't heard from you in forever. Yeah, hang on, I'll go get him. A couple minutes go by. Hugo! Hey, how's it going, boy?
It's going good, Dad. How you doing?
It's, you're calling kind of late. We were closing up.
Yeah, I didn't know if you guys were still doing business at the moment. I didn't want to call your cell.
We stay late to clean up the kitchen and get everything ready for the morning.
I just want to let you know, I'm going to be on the road for a bit doing some travel work for the library and museum, so it may be a bit difficult to get mail to me.
All right, well, haven't gotten many letters from you lately. Your mom's been on me about that, but I'll make a note and should we, forward anything, or?
I doubt it. It's probably not going to be worth it.
Okay.
I'll be on the move pretty regularly. Maybe for, a couple weeks.
Didn't know museum sent you on the road. That's interesting.
Sometimes you have to travel, move things from one museum to another museum, make sure things don't break.
Oh, yeah.
They keep breaking. So many things keep breaking.
Getting a new dinosaur in that old fossil crypt?
I don't think we could afford that.
Fair enough. Academia, huh?
Academia.
At least it's not a kitchen. You stay out of those.
Bold of you to think that they'd let me in one. You remember how bad I am with cooking.
Yeah, I do. All right, well, hey, thanks for giving us a call. It's nice to hear your voice.
Good to hear you, Dad. I'll catch up with you later.
Take care. Love you.
Love you too. Bye.
Aidan is just staring at you, shell-shocked. I don't know why I'm surprised. I mean, I know you have parents. That was just... Wow.
What?
You're very responsible, Hugo. I don't know.
Have you ever gotten stuff stuck in the mail before?
Probably, but I don't get a lot of mail.
It's literally hell on earth. Wrong choice of words. My mistake.
Too soon.
Knife in the heart.
You're welcome.
At least we can make jokes, huh? I'm gonna stretch. And she'll get out of the car.
Hugo, I don't spend too much time doing the same activity. I've been sort of copying and jumping around a lot. But I notice humans tend to have hobbies and activities and skills. So we've got to find stuff to do and keep busy while we're out on the road. And I'd like to have something to show for it at the end of the day.
Okay.
Do you have any suggestions?
Well, have you ever messed with chainmail before? Or knitting?
I have not. I've worn lots of outfits, but I don't make them.
Okay. Hear me out on this. From what I've seen of people, at least the history buffs that sometimes come to the museum, lots of them make their own clothing and their own costuming and garb and all that kind of stuff. And I know you can turn into clothes when you need to, but possibly, what if you considered cosplay?
As a demon lord, it felt aesthetically accurate to try to get some sort of cloak, but they don't have cloaks in stores. So being able to make my own.
Exactly.
Yes, Hugo.
And if I know anything, you'll be spending quite a bit of time working on details. So it's the perfect time to start learning patterns and everything.
Excellent.
I'm not really good with hobbies, so if you need more hobbies, I'll try to think of something, but it's not my forte.
Oh, that's a great place to start. Thank you.
We can have everyone return, and you guys can get back on the road. Or I guess Aidan will approach you guys over at the picnic tables. You feeling better?
Yeah, feeling fine. We're probably ready to leave now.
Do you want to just stay here tonight? They've got a parking spot for campers and things.
Yeah. This is just like a rest stop on the highway, right? We're not near any crowded cities.
You're pretty much on the border between Idaho and Washington, or close to it.
Yeah. Here's as safe a place to stop as any. I'm sure everyone's tired of sleeping in the back seat of the truck. We can post up for tonight.
Okay. Maybe we can figure out where our next destination's gonna be. That traffic past Seattle was kind of rough, but...
Yeah. God, yeah. Felt so bad for Hugo. I know he hates traffic.
He hates traffic.
He just
it's
hates
the thing we
traffic.
all know about him because we're such good friends.
So yeah, we'll sleep here for tonight, and then at some point tomorrow morning we should talk as a group maybe about where we want to go here and about what the actual plan is. I don't really have a destination in mind right now. Just away for the moment.
Felicity's gonna text her mom real quick and say, "Hey mom, I hope you got to the airport okay. I hope you're doing all right. We're staying at Pretzels tonight. I'm very excited. I had pretzels for dinner. I'll have pretzels for breakfast. But then we'll be heading off again. Enjoy Hawaii and text me when you land, I guess." And she'll send it.
Okay.
Hugo, have you ever been to New Jersey?
It's on the list of places in my life that I've tried to avoid.
Why is that? I sort of avoided it, but that's only because most people in America were against it and I was doing what everyone else was doing, but I never understood it. So now it's just this place that I just haven't been. So now it's sort of special.
It's not a bad place. I just don't like having people pump my gas for me. But it's not a bad place.
That's fair.
The people are relatively nice. The food can be really good if you know which places to go to. The weather, from what I understand, is still not the best, but eh.
Yeah, because there's a lot of Americans that are pretty, America's the best. So I was here for quite some time. And, they'll rip on Canada, but I went to Canada and it wasn't so bad.
Oh, Canada's fantastic.
Yeah, I had a good time.
Oh, that was a good life choice.
So I feel like New Jersey is probably pretty cool too.
Only one way to find out.
I'll add it to the list.
The end of this road trip, we just end up in New Jersey. Like, that's where we go this whole time.
What a place to go hide, huh?
He's never been there. They'd never think to look.
Yeah. All right. Well, unless anyone needs to have any private conversations before going to bed on the first day of travel.
I would like to have a conversation with Raven.
Okay. So you guys can pull the camper and the truck over to an area where multiple people with RVs and other attached home situations have set up in this rest stop. It's relatively quiet. You are near the highway, but it becomes just white noise after a little while. You stop listening to it. And as you move into the trailer to get settled for the night, you can find a moment of privacy if you need to, Felicity, with Raven.
Yeah. I think they go into the rest stop to maybe like use the bathroom or something like that, or go in and get some pretzels because they're the greatest pretzels on the face of the planet.
Round 2 of pretzels, you're saying?
No, not me. Everybody else. They saw us eating our pretzels and they were jealous of our pretzels.
The only 3 people who didn't get pretzels are Aidan, Damien, and Hugo, and only one of those people needs to eat to live.
That we know of.
They're good pretzels. I don't know.
Has anyone ever seen Hugo eat?
Good question.
You know what?
Have we seen Hugo eat a day?
You have. You guys had s'mores.
Yeah.
And dinner with Gary and Vivian.
We did.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
Did he touch his food or did he just move around at his is played.
All right, listen, we cannot get into...
I'm rolling sharp during our next mealtime.
Hey, Natalie, can I make an insight check?
Raven, you know that Hugo eats. He's not lying about that.
All right.
But yeah, maybe a moment where we're like, the walls of the camper are kind of doing that like thing where they move out to make the space a little bigger so we can sleep in it.
Is that a thing they can do?
Yeah, they can like expand.
What?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
You guys read more of the camper website than I did.
I've just seen them.
Yeah, I've just seen campers. Like,
I've not been around enough campers in my lifetime.
I will say not all campers do this.
No. It's definitely like more expensive ones. Like a section of them can come out.
yeah, but if we're gonna fit this many people in it, we're gonna have to have an expanding one.
I was gonna say, I can tell you guys the bed situation in the camper if you want to ask.
Because we looked them up, right? We looked up the layouts.
Oh yeah, what's the bed situation?
I'm taking some liberties because most of them only had one single bed.
Oh, really? Because the ones I saw, it was like bed and then a couch that could convert into a bed, and then like 2 bunk beds in like a different area.
That's actually basically what I was thinking. Yeah, back of the trailer, there's the queen size, and there are 2 lofts, and then the couch also folds out. So it's 4 beds in total, which is exactly as many as we need, I imagine.
So I imagine Felicity is going to take one of the lofts, because that sounds like the most fun place to sleep.
Yeah, sure.
And she's gonna pull Raven aside a little bit and be like, hey, do you think you could help me set up my bed?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so she'll go up and start to take out her blankets. She has so many blankets. She has an obnoxious amount of blankets.
Her suitcase is just 60% blankets.
Yep, I have a whole bag just for blankets. So she starts pulling out all these blankets, and once she gets them kind of set up and Raven goes to go back to her own bed, she's gonna just quietly say, do you think we're doing the right thing?
What do you mean?
Like, I don't know, just do you think we're doing the right thing? Going to all this crazy dangerous stuff and harboring a demon. I mean, I love Damien, don't get me wrong, but he's still a demon, and there are literal demons who are trying to get him.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's the right thing to do now. We have to get Damien away from our families and stuff because those bad demons are chasing him. I don't think that's a bad thing. If we were to just kind of drop him and say not our problem, we put a lot of people at risk.
I'm not saying that, but we could have kept our family safe, but also kept us safe, maybe. If we just had, And this sounds horrible, and I don't want you to think that I don't like Damien, but I'm just trying to think that I want to go home at some point, But, we could have just had, like, Aidan bring him into the middle of the ocean, away from all the people, and left him there. And then all of our families would be safe. And then all of us would be safe. I mean, he's still a demon, He's our friend, but he's still like an actual, literal demon from hell, and we saw it.
Yeah, I haven't forgotten that part.
Hard to forget that part.
Yeah, we might all have nightmares. Wow, I don't take this the wrong way. I don't think that sounds bad. I think that's entirely logical and valid. I think we all forget that Damien is a literal demon from hell because he's our friend.
Like actual hell.
Yeah.
Real life, literal actual hell.
Yeah.
And we saw it with our own eyes.
Yeah, we did.
We saw hell. We saw hell!
Raven's like sitting on the bed next to Felicity. She's gonna like put a hand on top of her hand in like a calming, comforting kind of way of like, please stop yelling about hell. I'm right next to you.
But everyone else is like 10 feet away in the trailer that you're staying in.
Yeah.
I suppose maybe not Damien, or maybe they're outside or something, but it's like, yeah, it's a tiny space.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think we're doing the best we can. Yeah, Aidan could have teleported him to the middle of the ocean and dropped him there and came back home, and we don't know what would have happened. Maybe Damien still would have found his way back here and he would have been really mad. He would have every right to be mad.
I don't really think Damien is capable of being mad at us. I just get that feeling.
So then he would have found his way back because he misses us and wants to be around us again.
He's like a puppy.
Exactly. We can't just drop the puppy on the side of the road. We have to try and, I don't know, like tame him a little bit and make him less of a bad puppy that pees on all of our stuff.
Yeah, but this isn't a puppy, though. We're forgetting that he's a demon lord. He's literally a demon lord.
I mean,
he's
he
not
was
a puppy.
Felicity,
Is it really our responsibility? I just don't know. I would have missed my mom, and she's going to be in Hawaii without me, and I really wanted to go to Hawaii when she went, and I just don't want to die.
I don't think we're going to die. I think sending your mom to Hawaii was the greatest idea. She is safe there. I think that was very brave of you to do. And I honestly wish I could have done the same for my parents. I think we are the most capable people to handle this. If we just left it, we don't know what could have happened. If we just all went home right now, things could get so much worse. We have to do something.
I know.
If you want to go home, Whittaker gave me this option earlier. If this is too much, we can get you home safe and you can go fly to Hawaii and you can be with your mom.
No, I go home if everyone else goes home. Because I can crush things with my mind, and you need me.
So then you're in it with us. Trust me, we have not forgotten the mind-crushing thing that you can do.
I don't want to leave. I'm thinking about maybe it's not safe to have Damien with us.
I think having him with us is the safest place for him and for us. If he leaves, we have no idea what'll happen. If he's here with us, we do know. We can keep an eye on him.
Can you promise me something?
Depends on what it is.
Can you please tell Damien that I didn't think about dropping him into the ocean and then leaving him there forever?
If it ever comes up, I'll let him know. I know you didn't mean it. I don't think he would be upset.
Seems like maybe it would have been a good idea if we didn't like Damien.
Yeah, if we didn't like him, but at this point, he's our friend. Whether we like it or not, we are in this together with him.
He's our puppy named Demon Lord.
Let's never call him that to his face.
No, I think he'd get a big head. Literally, I think his head would grow really, really big.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too.
Alright, I think I'm gonna go to bed.
I think that's a good idea. Do you have enough blankets?
I think so.
Okay.
I think I'll be okay. And she's gonna go under her mountain of blankets and, good night, Raven, I love you.
Good night, Felicity. I love you too.
Felicity.
No. Oh, yeah? Yes? Yes?
You are in the Autumn Falls Police Office headquarters. And there's a kitsune about to eat your friends. And you use magic for the first time to stop time. Things get a little hazy. You're in a field, and you change the way gravity works. And your friend the angel looks on like she's never seen anything more incredible before. Things get a little hazy. You're in a subterranean room at a secret paranormal agency, and a training dummy gets crushed, warped, and mangled as you distort space around it. And then you're on the ground in the rain with a piece of glass sticking through your abdomen. That gets a little hazy. And you're in Whittaker's trailer. And Damien vanishes in front of you. And then later you see the portal to the place apart opening up in front of you in a circle of your friends. Someone from that place, so far removed from where you're from, looks up at you and with a sinister grin just says, "Hey there." And then you're in a dark room. But that same sinister face, No, not quite the same. Face of a man with a bit of stubble and his hair done back in a ceremonial top knot is standing over you, and there's some shouting going on outside. You can see it through the curtain of this small hut that you're in. He's got a axe that he is brandishing and coming towards you. Looks like he's gonna hit you with it. What do you do?
I'm gonna blast him back.
Roll to use magic.
Oh my god, this is fantastic. Okay, 11, 12, 15.
Okay. As he brings the axe down towards you, you throw your hands up, and in a brilliant flash, fire erupts and blasts him back, blasts the door of this shack away, and even takes out some of the wall and thatched roof of this place that you're in. And you see crowds of people through the hole that the fire makes, and they all have simple gardening tools or spears. Some of them have shields and more axes and other weapons, and they all seem intensely afraid of you. But several of them rush the house, egged on and encouraged by some other man who's standing off to the side and just shouting to try and inspire them to action. So you have 3 more assailants coming at you. Go ahead and roll me use magic again.
Not as good. That is a 10.
Okay.
Still pretty good, but...
Still pretty good, no glitch. You point at them, and from the sky... And these 3 people are struck as a bolt of lightning drops down and arcs before it hits the ground to lance through all 3 of them. And they are knocked back.
Ah, I didn't mean to do that! I'm sorry! I didn't mean to do that!
You hear a voice, but it's not your voice. And it's saying something, but it's not what you just meant to say. You just hear someone's voice. Sounds like a young girl just saying something.
Coming from me?
Well, you're not... It's hard to make out. This kind of hazy
Okay.
vision material that you're experiencing right now. But yeah, more of the crowd start to shout and yell, and a couple of them with torches run up and chuck them into the house to try and set it on fire.
Can I try to put the fire out?
If you want. It's catching pretty quickly, though. It's the thatched roof and wooden timbers that make up the structure.
Can I, turn off the gravity on myself and fly out of the hut and get out of there?
Try it.
Yeah. Oh. 3 plus 6. I got a 7.
All right. Pick your glitch, because there will be a glitch, but it's still, you managed to get something off.
My glitch is that it is for a short duration.
Again, you think, turn off gravity. But what happens is a whirlwind picks up at your feet. And you just are raised up into the air by this swirling tornado of whipping zephyrus winds. And hair's getting blown about in your face. Isn't your hair red?
Yeah.
That's weird. It's not.
Oh, I was just like, yeah, Natalie, what do you mean? Yeah, my hair's red. That is a distinguishable character trait of mine.
It's weird that it's blonde and not curly.
I don't like that.
You raising up into the sky. The people with the torches and the pitchforks and everything else that are yelling and crying out, and that one person who's gesturing more grandiosely than anyone else and pointing up at you. This is scary. These people are trying to kill you. And there is another bolt of thunder off in the distance where you see storm clouds are gathering. And then you hear the man down on the ground say something, and you start to hear this rushing sound, and you have enough time to turn and see a hail of arrows coming towards you. And you wake up.
How long has it been since she went to sleep?
You guys probably went to bed in the trailer around midnight, and it's now close to 4 o'clock in the morning.
Okay. She's gonna jump up out of bed.
Mm-hmm.
And
You probably hit your head on the loft ceiling.
Yes. And everyone's asleep right now, but she knows who's not asleep.
Mm-hmm.
So she's gonna go find Aidan.
Raven's in the opposite loft bed, so if she heard the thunk of Felicity waking up and hitting her head, she would probably also wake up and also hit her head.
Roll just a straight, I guess, sharp.
To see if she hears it.
Sharp is for noticing things, so...
Sure. Oh, that's an 8.
Okay, so you are kind of disturbed from your sleep.
Raven will wake up, smack her head also, and be like, What's going on? What is it?
I'm just,
Felicity?
Yeah, I'm going to get some water.
Oh, what was that noise?
I forgot I wasn't in my own bed and just sat up a little bit too quickly.
Oh. Raven's gonna, like, rub her head and be like, yeah, me too. Okay.
I'm sorry I woke you up.
That's okay, as long as you're good. Okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
And Raven will just lay back down.
Yeah, if you leave the 2 bunk beds at the tail end of the trailer, you get to the sort of kitchen/living room space. We should establish where everyone else is sleeping. So, Whittaker, you have the queen because it's your fucking home, I would assume, or...
Whittaker actually offers to take the couch because he's going to be waking up earlier than any of these guys, and it will allow him to get to the coffee machine without waking anyone. That's his logic in his brain. Unless Hugo really wants the couch.
Hugo's sleeping in the truck.
Hugo!
In the seat of the truck.
Hugo, it's like a really expensive trailer. Like, you gotta use every inch of it, or else, I got this upgrade for nothing.
Hugo's sleeping in the bed.
It's gonna get cold out, it's gonna get windy, it might rain later.
No, I meant the actual bed. Not the truck bed. He's in the bed.
The actual bed.
Oh, okay, good.
I also thought you meant the truck bed, and I was like,
truck
why?
bed, just like...
Like,
That's
you're not
worse.
even inside anymore.
Listen, it'd be
Oh
very
my
Hugo to
God.
sleep under the stars, but Whittaker would have things to say about it.
We would not let him.
It's Washington. It's cold.
It's cold, it's wet, there's mosquitoes. Bad time. Don't do it.
Yeah. Stay in the queen bed, Hugo. You deserve it. All right. Now we got that out of the way. Felicity, you bleary-eyed come out into the open living space of the trailer. You can see the couch where Whittaker has pulled it out and is asleep. There's a little dining kitchenette type thing. It's got like 2 seats and a little table that can fold down or up depending on what you need. And Aidan is just sitting looking out the window with her headphones in.
Aidan,
Hey, what are you doing up?
I had a bad dream.
Oh, do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, I do actually. That's but I don't want to wake anybody up.
Here, let's head back to your space.
Okay.
She'll actually get you a glass of water
Good. Okay.
and help you climb up into the loft, and then just stand there with her like arms resting on the ledge where the bed is. Just talk quiet, and we won't wake Raven up.
Okay. Well, she already kind of woke up, so hang on 1 second. Raven.
Don't ask her. She's probably asleep again.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Okay. Brittany, I'll let you decide if you are asleep for this or not.
Roll to see. Act under pressure. You want to stay awake.
I was gonna say, should I roll to act under pressure if because she's probably still awake. It's only been like a minute or 2.
It's been of moments, yeah.
Yeah. Should she roll to act under pressure to see if she could convincingly pretend to be asleep?
It's pretty easy to pretend to be asleep. You just don't say anything. Like,
That's true. Because she's like not trying to eavesdrop, but like she's not gonna get out of bed. You know what I mean? She's not gonna be like, I'm awake.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Raven's like kind of half awake and just listening, especially once she heard her name again. So she's like woken up a little bit and is just gonna lay there and not move. And like whatever she hears, she'll hear, but she's not trying. She's trying to go back to sleep.
so yeah, Aidan just hands you the glass of water.
It was weird. I had this dream, and it did it feel kind of like a vision, or did it feel just like a dream?
It absolutely felt like one of your visions.
Okay.
But you were seeing all of your past uses of magic and all the times that like something new happened or something very scary happened, and even moments I didn't mention.
Yeah.
There was a cycle of them before the actual vision at the tail end of it.
Okay. I had this, I guess it was a vision. It felt kind of like a dream because it was stuff that already had happened. It was like parts of times we were fighting things when I was using my magic. But then there was also these other parts. And it felt like I remembered it, but I don't remember it. If that makes sense. I was in this hut and the guy from hell was there, I think. And he was trying to hit me with an axe. There was a hut and a bunch of really angry people. They were shooting arrows at me. I was flying in the air and they were shooting arrows at me. And my hair wasn't red, so I don't know if maybe I was remembering somebody else's memory, but I don't know who that could be because it wasn't me. And I'm sleepy and I'm trying to figure out what the heck just happened.
Sounds like it was a bad dream. I know we've been through a lot, Felicity. Are you holding up all right?
Yeah, I don't know. I felt like I had to, because in my dream, right? Well, it wasn't a dream. It was a vision. And I think, now this is weird. You're going to think this is weird. This vision was weird, and I can't figure out what I remember and what I don't.
It sounds like you're tired, and...
No, but you don't get it, though.
I mean, are you scared still?
Kind of, but you're not... I just feel like you're not getting it. It was a dream, but it wasn't a dream. It was like a vision. I don't know why you're not as freaked out. There was people who were chasing after me with axes. Someone was trying to kill me with an axe. We were in a hut, and it was on fire, and then I flew up into the air. I don't remember any of that, and it doesn't seem like it's gonna happen in the future. Who has axes? Who chases people with axes now? That's not a future thing. What is going on? What's happening? You're an angel. You know everything, right?
No, I don't.
It just feels like that's something that maybe an angel would do, is know everything.
I feel like I've been very clear that I do not know everything. You asked me about dinosaurs and I couldn't tell you what color they were.
I know. Oh, I tried to stop the time because I wanted to look around for a second and like see what was around me and see if maybe you guys were there, to see if maybe it was a future dream. I tried to stop time, but instead this lightning came and it hurt these 3 people, and I wasn't trying to hurt them. I think they were just afraid of me, which, like, I'm gonna be honest, I was being a little bit scary and I didn't mean to. And then I heard someone else's voice and my voice wasn't being said. I was trying to tell them to stop and that it was a mistake and that I didn't mean to do it, but I wasn't saying it. Oh, my hair was different too.
Felicity, I don't dream, so it's a little hard for me to empathize with what you're going through. But I know what it's like to feel scared, and we're in this together, right?
Okay.
You've had visions of bad things happening before, and we managed to make it work out, right?
Yeah, but this one just feels different. You really don't know what it is? I thought you'd know.
There's a lot of things we still have to figure out about what makes you you.
You're doing a very good job at avoiding my questions tonight, Aidan.
Felicity, I don't know I don't understand your magic.
Alright, I guess I'm just gonna go back to bed.
It was a bad dream. Do you want me to stay with you?
No, it's okay.
Alright. She leaves the room.
So if Raven heard all of that, could she tell that Aidan was lying?
Uh-huh.
Okay. She's just gonna keep on pretending to sleep, just laying still and just file that all away. 'Cause that was a weird thing for Aidan to lie about. All right.
You drift off to sleep. Felicity, you also eventually drift off to sleep after honestly, for the first time, not very comforting discussion with Aidan, who generally just has a very comforting presence about her, but couldn't seem to manage it with you tonight.
That was fun. I liked that. That was a good time.
Yeah.
For me, the player, not for Felicity, the character.
Oh, yeah. I thought that was going to go a very different way. I had a very sweet thing to plug in at the end, but we're not going to do that. Didn't earn it. Instead, Aidan walks out of the room. She pulls the little curtain privacy blind thing closed. And instead of going back to sit at the counter again, she steps out of the trailer into the cold Washington air, glances around, and very briefly throws her wings out and gets up on top of the trailer to just sit and pulls her jacket a little tighter around her and looks up at the sky. And it becomes a bright blue sunny sky full of white puffy clouds, and it pans downwards and we see the wide expanse of an ocean stretching out to the horizon. 2 humans playing in the water, splashing each other and diving and occasionally coming up with shells or things they found in the shallow surf. We see Aidan sitting on the beach a little ways up past the wave line of the tide on a dry rock with another figure, and she and this other figure are both dressed in the whites that we as listeners know to be her time in the garden. The figure next to Aidan has sort of long, straight, dirty blonde. I don't like to use the word dirty blonde, but it's like not a warm blonde. It's almost a cooler blonde color.
Sandy blonde?
Sure, yeah, that's a good one. They're hugging their knees close to their chests and just watching the humans with Aidan as they both look on sort of contentedly. This other person, who's appears to be a girl, says, "Sometimes I can't help feeling jealous. They don't spend as much time in my world as they do in yours." And Aidan sort of snaps out of her just calm observation. "It's the same world, Levy. I bet when there are more of them, you'll have lots of humans playing in the waves." "Hopefully not for a while. There's a lot I still haven't explored. These oceans go so deep. I'm always finding something new when I dive down there. Sounds like a treasure hunt. Now I'm getting jealous." She kind of nudges her. "No, you're not." And Levy looks out at the humans with just this very compassionate, if a little bit longing sort of look. And Aidan just shrugs and also then goes to look out at the humans. "You're right. They're pretty amazing." Hey adventurers! Hope you're enjoying this week's more low-key episode. The hunters definitely deserve a break to process everything that's happened to them recently. I just wanted to take a minute to shout out a new service we've started using in our production, Epidemic Sound. This isn't a sponsored ad or anything, I just really appreciate having access to the thousands of songs that they make available through their service. At first, I worried that I would need to spend hours looking through the available tracks and compiling playlists of music before I could really take advantage of this resource. But they have a nice feature that lets you find music similar to songs you already like, and that makes building out collections for different ambient moods really organic and easy. So thank you to Epidemic Sound and all the musicians who've contributed to that library of music. I really love what we've been able to do with it so far. Epidemic Sound is a paid service, so if any adventurers are enjoying the larger variety of musical additions to the show, and you want to help us continue to make upgrades and improvements like that, check out our Patreon, and you can support the Storyteller Squad and our growth as a podcast. Link in the episode description, patreon.com/The Storyteller Squad. And if Patreon isn't an option for you, that's okay. You're already supporting us by listening, leaving reviews, and sharing us with your friends. Thanks everyone. Take care. It is back at the trailer. It's the next morning. The sun is starting to rise. What are y'all up to? I think Aidan is just still up on the roof of the trailer. Damien, you have something?
So during the night, Damien walks around the trailer, and in one hand, his right hand, he has a piece of chalk, because salt is bad for the earth and you can't grow plants in there afterwards, and chalk is a much safer magical component alternative. Anyway, chalk in his right hand, and he's slowly crumbling it to powder as he walks around the trailer, casting a banishment protection spell to prevent demons from entering that circle, which is also preventing him from entering the circle, but is preventing anyone else from entering the circle while they sleep. And the banishment spell doesn't last terribly long, so he keeps having to do these circles periodically throughout the night. And then in the morning, he waits for it to fade, and then he goes in to help Whittaker prepare for his coffee and his day.
Were you out there all night?
Yeah, fresh air.
Wow, that didn't get boring?
I mean, it's been inside the truck the whole time. It's nice to get out and see some of the plants and, stretch a bit.
Yeah, it's fair enough. All right. Whittaker starts making coffee.
Hugo, Raven, Felicity.
Sleeping in.
Okay. Hugo on vacation, Rashad.
I feel like no one, like if Hugo doesn't wake up and doesn't have an alarm go off, everyone kind of just, without talking about it, just doesn't wake him up so he can get plenty of rest. It's just a thing of like, we'll let him sleep. He needs it. Just like close the little curtain. We'll eat breakfast quietly. We'll save him some coffee.
Sure.
Leave him a little plate of pancakes on the bedside table.
I was thinking about saying that Raven gets up and makes pancakes if there's ingredients.
Yeah.
You have a fully stocked fridge and small pantry.
Raven's making pancakes.
Fuck yeah.
She's gonna try and, lighten the mood a little bit. It's not a vacation, but we can pretend like it's a vacation for a few minutes. We're having pancakes. She's making little, blueberry smiley faces in them.
Yeah, I was about to say, you putting blueberries in there?
Hell yeah. You got any?
I don't have any chocolate chips, I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna ask, why don't you have any chocolate? No, it's fine.
I can't eat that much sugar.
It's like a couple of chocolate chips. It's fine.
I know, but I get tempted,
All right, that's fair.
I'll listen, for this trip, I'll get chocolate chips for everyone else.
All right. I do understand the temptation. You think you're only going to use them for pancakes, and then all of a sudden it's 3 a.m. and you're just dumping the bag into your mouth. It's fine.
Yes, no, exactly. God.
As I come out into the living area, chocolate?
Blueberry pancakes.
Ugh.
Chocolate chip next time.
We've got some
All
strawberries too, if you like to put strawberries on top of your pancakes. I don't really like that, but I know some people do.
I like strawberries.
Aidan comes in the door from outside. She's got a little baggie.
Hey.
Good morning. I got you breakfast. She hands you a bag with a cinnamon sugar pretzel in it.
Aww.
Thanks, Aidan.
So, for those of us who can sleep, how'd everyone sleep last night? Is the trailer all right? I didn't really have any, we don't have a lot of control over the air temperature, but, it is what it is.
No, it was fine. The loft beds are pretty comfy.
Yeah, super comfy.
That's good. Yeah, I hate climbing up them. The ladder's bad on my knees, so I'm glad someone took them.
I slept like a baby. Very comfortable.
How could you not with 10 pounds of blankets on you?
Nice and toasty warm. I'm gonna go eat my pretzel. And she's gonna leave and go back to her bed and go sit up in there and eat her pretzel.
Try not to get crumbs anywhere.
No, it'll be fine.
Don't wake up Hugo. We're letting him sleep in.
I'm already up.
Morning.
Hugo, we got pancakes. Raven's made pancakes.
Hope you like blueberries.
Yep, blueberries are good. Ugh.
Smiley faces and everybody's pancakes.
That bed is dangerous.
Is it that good? I mean, East Agency clearly spared no expenses on this, but still a trailer.
Something like a microbead mattress or something like that. I didn't really read the tag all that clearly.
Oh, please. Whittaker wishes that bed was dangerous.
What does that mean?
I mean, we've been roommates a while, and...
Damien?
I mean, you haven't mentioned anybody.
I would not have...
It's not a call-out. It's fine to be single. It's just...
It feels like a call out.
Yeah, that seemed like a call out, Damien. I don't know what you're trying to say here.
Shut up, Raven. Eat your fucking pancakes.
Raven's gonna throw a blueberry at him.
He catches it with his agent reflexes.
Roll the act under pressure to catch that blueberry.
I don't know what I expected.
Wishful thinking there. All right, let's see.
She's also gonna throw one at Damien, hoping he won't notice, just to see if it sticks to him.
It does.
I didn't ask what form Damien is in this morning, so if he's in his gloop form, I hope it just stinks.
Yeah, so you throw the blueberry. Did you catch it? What did you get on your act under pressure?
I love dice parsers so much. It's always so kind to me. You know, listen, I roll very well on dice parser. It gave me a 13.
You catch it in your mouth.
Yeah! Like, the effortless kind of just snatch it out of the air and chew it.
Mm-hmm.
Raven's impressed, just like, oh, all right.
Before the conversation can shift in a direction that Natalie thinks it might go, Aidan is gonna leave. I'm gonna go fill up the truck and goes to get gas.
Thank you, Aidan.
Aw, man, Hugo hates that. When people fill up your gas for you.
Actually, yeah, Hugo ends up going out to go and help with the gas.
Oh my god.
Okay. So in your PJs, you join Aidan?
Yep. And to also just get away from everything else.
All right.
But as he's exiting, though, he's like, Whittaker, we're swapping.
Whittaker is too busy grumbling at Damien. Listen, Damien, it's hard to take someone home when your roommate is the equivalent of the Nickelodeon slime channel.
You can put a sock on the door. I can take a hint.
Isn't the door a curtain? Or do you mean the outside door?
It's a fucking curtain. There's no rooms in here. It's all one room.
Look, if you ever want privacy, just ask.
Damien, when in the history of you living in this trailer have you ever respected an inch of privacy of mine?
Raven's gonna take her plate of pancakes and go into the back bedroom. Without saying anything else, she's like, all right, this is no longer like friendly banter.
Mom and Dad are fighting, so everyone is left.
I'm gonna let them hash this out. I've cooked for everyone. I've got my coffee and my pancakes. I'm gonna go check on Felicity.
It's strangely familiar that it is now just Whittaker and Damien arguing in the camper together.
There's a first time for everything, Whittaker.
I might kill you. Raven, look away.
Raven closes the curtain.
Hey, Raven.
Hey.
Hugo, you're going with Aidan to fill up the truck. She says, oh, did you want to pump the gas?
If I can. Honestly, I need to get out of that trailer.
Yeah, me too. This is going to be a lot harder than when I was traveling on my own.
You never expect, do you?
Sometimes you say things that are more cryptic than I've ever heard a human being say, Hugo.
Look, I'm sorry. It's a lifestyle thing.
It's not a bad thing.
Aidan, are people usually like that?
Like what?
Like in the time that you've known people, how often do they bicker?
All the time. It's like part of being human.
So we've always done this.
Yep.
Oh, jeez.
You never bicker with anybody?
On occasion, but this is going to sound horrible. Damien and Whittaker bring that to an art form.
Well, I think it's how they actually show that they like each other.
Ah, school kids. Got it.
Well, not just like friends, you know, ripping each other a bit.
Yeah. What's the old English term? Biting or something?
Maybe. I haven't been in England for a while. Well, till recently.
Oh, yeah. How was that?
She gets real quiet.
That bad?
I'm not good at this, Hugo. Keeping secrets. But I feel like some are important to keep. But I'm starting to worry there's no way to win in a situation like that.
Well, we keep secrets for a reason.
Remind me again what that is?
It depends on the situation. We keep secrets to protect ourselves, to protect others, to keep people from being angry, to keep people happy. We keep secrets out of fear.
What if nobody's happy by the time you have kept them all?
Funny thing about that kind of stuff. There's no such thing as the right time. If you go throughout your life saying, now's not the right time, or having people tell you that now's not the right time, you never get anything done. It will never be the right time. Well, I guess in hindsight it might be the right time, but that, you never know.
Yeah. You always make things so complicated. Humans, not you in particular. You actually bring a lot of clarity to things sometimes.
I'm only going to take partial offense to that.
Well, good. You have to take partial credit, too.
Hey, we're not complicated. We're just complex.
She smiles at you. I'll try to remember that. You can pump the gas. And she hands you her card.
Okay. Wait, hey, Aidan.
Yeah?
Do you know what type of gas this thing takes?
Oh, God, we should have asked.
It just cuts to Whittaker and Damien yelling at each other. Wait, hold on, I have to take this.
Yeah, no, that's exactly it.
Premium. Well, fuck you! Mind your own business, you bloody pisser!
Yeah, you hear that, and then you hear a splat sound.
Or that was Damien yelling that to mock Whittaker.
Yes, to imitate his accent.
We like to have fun here.
Yeah, that's what this is. This is fun. Fun for everyone. I'm having fun right now.
You know, Whittaker, seems like the group could really use some fun. After you, finish your screaming match with Damien, and everyone has finished their breakfast and the dishes are done, and it's time to, get on the road, the air in the truck is not great.
The vibes are rancid right now.
Yeah, it's like everyone seems to be in a bad mood, or, a sad mood, or,
Raven's trying her hardest. She made those blueberry pancakes, but clearly Felicity didn't sleep well, and Hugo and Aidan are all confused. Yeah, no.
Raven's also overcompensating with the happy pancakes. She's very clearly not great.
Mm-hmm. So I'll save that as you hop in the driver's seat. What is the seating arrangement? I'm curious.
Felicity is not in the middle. I will say that. She does not choose the middle seat.
So you all pile in and head on the road. And where are you headed, Whittaker?
So, he does have another, trailer way station pulled up on the map, just farther eastward.
Mm-hmm.
But as you guys are driving, got a bit of music turned on, he's looking in the rearview mirror and, seeing Felicity looking uncomfortable, and he just sort of, not violently, but, kind of quickly makes an exit on the highway that was not on the Google Maps page. And he doesn't say anything, but he starts moving off that exit. I don't remember the name of the exit, but we're going.
The GPS is make a U-turn ahead, make a U-turn, make a U-turn ahead, turn left.
Yeah. Some time passes. You all eventually pull into a little town. There's some shops. It's not, it's not a big place. And he eventually sort of turns off into another little trailer stop area. And he parks the car, but he's clearly not uncoupling the trailer or anything like that. He's not looking to park here, park the trailer here. And Whittaker looks at everyone in the truck and he's like, all right, everyone get out. The mood in here is really bringing me down right now. We're going to pet some dogs until we all feel better. And as you get out of the car, you see that the trailer station is right next to the Blue Mountain Humane Society, a big building with a blue roof, and there are big pictures of dogs and cats and rescue animals in the window.
This is just for the art, Emery. You can't even tell me.
This is all for your feelings!
Bold of you to assume I can draw dogs.
This is all for everyone's feelings, and Emery thought of this, and I thought it was adorable, so we're doing it.
This is so good. No, this is so good.
You all have one job, and it's to find a dog or a cat or whatever you're not allergic to, and give it some fucking treats or something until you feel less sorry for yourselves. We'll meet back up in an hour. Go.
Felicity runs. Books it. She's ready. Complete mood shift. She's...
Mm-hmm. Could I get everyone to roll me a d4 and just let me know what the rolls are?
A D4?
A 3. I got
Give me
a
1
3.
sec, I'll grab a d4. I only have d6s.
Sorry.
That's okay.
4.
4 as well.
3.
3.
2.
3 from Whittaker. What was yours, Britt?
2.
2. Okay. So, as you all walk into the front entrance of the Blue Mountain Humane Society, did I get the name right?
That is correct.
You are greeted by a woman behind the front desk. She is kind of full-figured, equal parts kick-ass muscle and pleasant plumpness. She has wavy blonde hair and a smile that is really only accented further by the squirming beagle in her arms. And she's just sort of petting it and playing with its little floppy ears. And she says, well, hello! Welcome to the Blue Mountain Humane Society. What can I help you folks with today?
We would like to pet some dogs, please.
Well, that's a little irregular, but I suppose we could get some of our adoption pets out for you to meet and greet. I'm Mabel. It's nice to meet you all. Let me see what we've got.
What's the dog's name that you're holding?
Oh, this is Terry. He's an energetic little scamp. You want to hold him?
Yes!
Okay. She hands you the beagle, Terry. He's very cute. He tries to lick your nose. And she calls on one of the phones. Victor, got some folks in who'd like to see some of the dogs? And she holds the phone next to her chest and asks that questioningly at all of you.
I would like to see dogs, yes.
Yep, just to hang out with them for a bit.
Does anyone want to see cats?
I would like to see cats.
Okay.
Checking it out, yeah.
Just so I'm clear, I'm not familiar with how these places work. Is this a thing you can just do, or is this kind of a strange request?
This is entirely based on my trip up to Maine, in which we stopped at a rescue adoption place, and they would take you to these little rooms in the back and give you little kittens to put in your lap and play with, and it was a very healing and spiritual experience for me personally.
Yeah, I know some rescues will let volunteers come in and socialize with the dogs, so that they have some playtime out of their kennel too.
Sure, yeah.
It definitely depends on the place. Some places are like, if you're not looking to adopt, don't touch our animals, which is understandable. But some places just want the animals to be socialized.
Okay, cool. Well, in this world and at this particular version of the Blue Mountain Humane Society, that is the case. If that's not the case at the real place, maybe actually just go volunteer if you're in the area there. Don't show up expecting to pet dogs for your emotions. But anyway, this is a story. It's fine.
If this is a tiny town, they probably don't get that many visitors.
Mabel is a perfectly accommodating host, and so a few moments go by, and a tall African-American guy in his mid-30s, who's built like a freight train, just comes around the corner, and he says, I've got a few of the dogs in the back. You can come see them. Indoor voices when talking to them, but they are looking for attention, so yeah, and there was someone who wanted to see the cats.
Yes, please.
All right, why don't you come with me, and Mabel, you can take him out back. You got it, Victor. All right, everyone, follow me. And she will let you continue to carry Terry if you want, Felicity, or
I do want.
Okay.
I want more than anything to carry Terry.
You all head back to the open door. You know, it's one of those AstroTurf indoor gym type things with the green flooring. And there's a few dogs just sort of roaming around. Some of them are in a corner. There's one who's on a leash, and others that are sort of roaming around freely. I guess I will describe a bunch of dogs.
Yeah. I will sit on the ground and just let them come to me.
Okay, yeah, definitely a couple of them do. There is a water spaniel collie mix who comes over to you, Felicity. She's got fluffy, wavy, furred ears, and it's black with a little white stripe down her chin and stomach, and she comes over sniffing at you. Seems kind of maybe older, but still very curious and friendly.
I'll put my hand out like this so she can smell me first.
I have a question on Felicity's behalf. Do the dogs seem to recognize the presence of Ghosty and Tom? Do Ghosty and Tom have any opinion about the dogs? Is my next
Ghosty and
question.
Tom are very excited to be meeting some dogs today.
Yeah, I think Ghosty and Tom are like eager to ride the dogs, but the dogs don't seem to notice them. Raven, you're brought to the room with like a bunch of cats. They're all in sort of cubicles in the wall, kennel style things with like a plexiglass door that you can just like open up and let them out. And there's a orange sugar snap cat and a tortoiseshell calico and a like pure white cat with little like one black spot over an eye or something like that. And they're cats, so I guess they're less like eager to just be like, hello, but some of them are friendly and will come over and sniff you.
Oh yeah, she'll like go by each one, and any cat that seems friendly and like that wants to come out, she'll like open the door and give them some attention. And if they lose interest, she'll let them go back in and go to the next one and open it up and give them some pets. She wants to try and give a little love to every single one of them.
You see that some of them seem to notice Windy and get a little like skittish.
I was gonna leave Windy in the car.
Well, we've discussed how that is almost impossible.
I know. All right, so Raven puts Windy on the seat, asks Windy very politely to stay in the car, and then as soon as Raven's like in the door, she realizes that Windy's back up on her shoulder again. Ah, well, all right, you're coming with me. Because Windy gets along with her cat at home, but yeah. she was afraid of meeting a lot of dogs.
Well, you didn't go to the dog room, so they're in the cat room, and it's fine.
Can we canonly put my dog in this world?
Sure. Felicity, a small corgi, scurries over, seems very happy and very dumb, and is just like...
Canon.
Yeah, that's canon.
Yeah, Mabel is there, and she's got a different dog that she's just sort of like giving some head pats to. She says, "Oh, that's Samson. He's a sweetie."
He seems really stupid.
Samson is somewhere in your house right now plotting your murder, Maddie. Just like, rude.
Mabel says, well, you think he's wacky? You should see his brother. And she points over, and there's a Spitz Corgi mix who is just like running around in a circle. Not chasing his tail, just running around in a circle. She's like, that's Oatmeal. We call him Oats.
Why do I love Oatmeal more than my own dog right now?
It's just novelty. It's novelty. It's the yeah.
We could spend hours just putting pets that we know into this game, because I was going to suggest if we saw a golden retriever, his name is canonly Jetty.
His name is Jetty.
And he loves butt scratches.
Could put in the dog that I saw at a dog shelter named Cole Sprouse. Full name Cole Sprouse. Someone had adopted Dylan Sprouse, and now it was just Cole Sprouse.
Could you not adopt them together?
I know.
That's so sad.
As just a little bit of a side note, it doesn't have to be a whole scene because I feel like Felicity has done a lot with the dogs already. Felicity's goal while here is to find the shyest dog and make it love her.
Felicity, Whittaker came here for you, so yeah, you better steal the show.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, she's gonna find, like, not scared, obviously, but most like, it's gonna get used to you, and it's gonna learn to love you, and then when it does, it loves you a lot. You know those kind of dogs?
Yeah, I do.
That's
know
what
those
I'm
kind of dogs.
looking for, and I'm gonna make it fall in love with me.
You see that dog that was on the leash and is sort of leashed to one of these hookup spots is not super eager to interact and just seems to be almost watching very intently. I gotta keep an eye on everything that's happening because there's a lot happening and it might freak me out.
How big of a dog is it?
It's a Shepherd Collie mix.
Oh, precious baby. It's a precious baby. That's what it is. That's Felicity's new friend. She's just gonna go, and this is, I feel like maybe the first time that you guys have all seen Felicity so calm.
When you approach this dog, it actually like gets up and lowers its head at you, kind of defensively.
And Felicity will sit down on the ground. She'll just sit there and wait.
Okay.
And this is the stillest you've ever seen Felicity.
The dog's ears are kind of back for a little bit as it's watching you, and eventually they perk back up again, and it sits and just watches you for a little bit. and doesn't come closer.
She'll kind of put her hand out, not like completely reaching forward like she was with the other dogs, but kind of like if you want, like, come on over.
Mm-hmm. A minute or so goes by, and eventually the dog gets up and cautiously makes its way over to you to sniff your hand.
And she'll just let it sniff. I'll very slowly try to reach up and pet its head. Just a little bit.
Yeah. It like winces a little bit, but then lets you pet it.
And that's where I'll sit for the rest of the time.
Yeah, Whittaker, you're standing off to the side with Mabel, and she just offhandedly like comments like, "Oh wow, that's good. Ruby's, she's been pretty shy.
Did she come from a rough family or something?
She was a rescue, sort of a like neglected. They left the dog when they moved, kind of thing.
That's rough.
But that's good. She hasn't warmed up to anybody who's come by.
Felicity's got a way with shyer creatures.
You and your family been on the road for a little bit?
They're not. We're just sort of road tripping right now. Haven't been on the road too long.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna head back to the front desk. Have someone come get me when you're ready to mosey, and we'll help get these all back to their little spots.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Mabel will leave you guys. Anybody else have a dog interaction they want to do?
Can I have a non-dog interaction as everyone is distracted?
Oh my fucking
there
god.
It is. There it is.
Of course, yes.
Jesus Christ.
What do you do?
Damien waltzes back to the trailer, and he looks like a Jim Carrey stunt double. He's having fun with this, swings the door open, saunters inside, swings his hand very gently on the underside of the cabinets, grabbing the key that's there, and waltzing under the bed where the briefcase is, and sliding it out, unlocking the briefcase and opening it up.
Oh, Damien. Hold on. Let me
He
tell you.
opens the Chekhov's briefcase.
Let me tell you what you find in the Chekhov's briefcase. Inside Lonnie Whittaker's it's a little locked metal box. Maddie, please.
That's a different locked box under his bed.
That's the other locked box.
It's the locked box next to it.
Please, it's a clear Tupperware and we all know it.
I can't believe you.
I didn't even have to read what the Discord was. I just already fucking knew.
Is Damien going through this as if it's an unboxing video almost?
Damien is doing it very carefully so that he knows where everything goes so he can put it back just the way he found it.
See, I pictured Damien taking each thing out and holding it up to a fake camera, like with his hand behind it, like beauty influencers.
Ooh, a 20 caliber round? Is that real silver? Oh, wow.
Take a look.
Look at this.
Look at the silver bullet. Ooh.
And a cross on a chain? Very nice. You can see the engraving on the back. What does that say? Ooh.
Without further ado, Damien, what you find in the locked metal box underneath Whittaker's bed, a 22 caliber handgun loaded with a single silver bullet, an iron cross on a chain, a harmonica, weirdly enough, a passport, a British passport, an old flip phone that appears to be almost dead, and 2 Polaroids. For reference, there's the passport, there's 1 Polaroid.
What's the name in the passport?
It's Alonzo Lewis Whittaker. And then I don't have a second Polaroid, but it's a young Lonnie standing with a blonde woman in front of in Kensington Square, and he looks like this.
Now here is my question, my out-of-game question. If Damien paid enough attention to this, would he notice that 2008 was maybe a little bit too early for Lonnie to be as old as he is now?
Well, that's up for Anders to decide.
That would be at least a investigate a mystery roll.
Because that was the first thing I thought of.
I think Damien is investigating a mystery.
Absolutely.
I don't know that he's doing a very good job of investigating the mystery.
Honestly, beyond that 2008, that other number in that passport, that's a
Oh, yeah. Birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, Damien squints at the pictures. Wow, he does not age well. But doesn't make the connection that it's a weird amount of time.
Did you get a really shitty roll?
It was a 5.
Yes!
Oh my god, it's so funny. I was always under the impression from very early in the game that Damien would be the first to figure this shit out.
Nope.
Nope.
Your secret stays safe.
Well, does it?
Well,
What do you do after you open up this box, Damien?
Mentally catalog these items and then put them back very carefully. Lock it up, put it back, put the key back, and make sure the place is nice and tidy.
Okay. Anyone else have interactions with the dog society? Or moments with another character that you want to have while petting a dog?
I do have the last moment, but I would like it to be the
Let's
last
save it for
one.
last, yeah.
Yeah. So whoever wants to go before me.
I'll say, just to primer anybody, Aidan is sitting with a different shepherd mix. This one looks like a shepherd husky. Yeah, she's just like tossing a tennis ball, and it's running back and forth to get it for her.
Aw,
And she's covered in fur because it's a husky mix.
covered in fur.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Whittaker will just walk over to her and be like, so who you got there?
Mabel said his name was Scout.
God, his name would be Scout, wouldn't it? Do you think this was a good call? I don't know. I was worried. Felicity looked really kind of shaken this morning, and I was hoping this would cheer her up a bit.
That's probably my fault.
Your fault? What happened?
She had a vision last night, and I didn't do a good job of making her feel better about it.
Oh. Well, yeah. What was the vision? Was it like, did something bad happen?
She's getting more memories.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I don't know, Aidan. Maybe you should tell her. I mean, you don't have to, and I understand your apprehension, but I don't know. If she's starting to remember, I think she'll be more angry at you that you don't say anything.
Yeah, I talked to Hugo this morning, and he was saying how sometimes we keep secrets to protect people, but we also do it to protect ourselves. I honestly don't know which one it is that I'm doing, or if it's neither of them. Protecting Felicity protects the world. And I don't know what to do. She chucks a tennis ball again, and Scout runs off after it.
Don't you think it might be better for her protection if she knows the thing that, you know, if she knows what happened, maybe it'll be easier to prevent it happening again?
I guess, but the questions she's asking and is going to want to ask me, I don't have the answers. And now that I haven't told her this thing, she's going to think I'm keeping that a secret from her.
I mean, you are.
But I don't, Whittaker. I don't know why she is the way she is.
And you can be honest with her about that. That can be something you can tell her. There are things I don't know. You don't have to know everything. Certainly no parent knows everything about their kid. That's just part of the process. And I know, obviously, this situation's a little atypical in that regard. You'll do whatever you think is right. And again, I don't want to pressure you one way or the other.
I know.
I just think it would benefit her to know.
I don't have the answers, Whittaker.
Yeah. Well, who does?
How is Hugo reacting to all the dogs? Is Hugo a dog person?
Hugo is currently spending time with the Tibetan Mastiff.
Nice.
Yay.
Beautiful.
He is in his own little world.
Mm-hmm. Raven, do you eventually join the people with the dogs, or?
Someone has to go get Raven, and when they find her, she's got like 6 of the cat doors open, and she's just sitting on the ground with like 3 cats in her lap and like a kitten on her shoulder, and like Windy up in her sweatshirt, and she's just covered in cats. She's like petting one cat with one hand and another cat with another hand.
Yeah.
But when someone comes to get her, she'll begrudgingly like put the cats back and close up the doors all nice and make sure they're all safe back in their little cubbies and head out.
Okay.
Looks like you've got yourself a little menagerie.
This was lovely.
That's good. That's good.
Thanks for bringing us here. This is exactly what we needed.
Try my best.
Hey, where's Damien?
Oh god, I bet he's one of the dogs. Oh shit.
Damien is inside the truck, and he's got cleaning wipes, and he's cleaning out the inside of the car because they had mentioned that like the air quality wasn't so good inside the cabin, so he's trying to clean it up and make it nicer for people. So he's got the windows open and everything, trying to let it breathe.
He's clearing out the vibes.
Clearing out the vibes.
Just purging those vibes.
Oh, burn some sage.
Yeah.
Not the endangered sage. The non-endangered sage.
Yeah, I think Aidan comes over to you, Felicity.
As she's walking up, Felicity is like petting a little bit more Ruby, and she puts a hand up to Aidan, and she goes, "Wait, she's nervous."
Okay.
She just keeps petting her.
Aidan will sort of crouch as she approaches and then sit down a little behind you. Even so much so that, like, you can't really see her, like, unless you turn and look at her.
I don't. I just keep petting the dog.
I'm sorry about last night.
It's okay.
It's not, though. You were scared and I didn't help you.
See, it wasn't... I just feel like I kept asking you these things, and you were just not answering.
Yeah, I kind of dropped the ball on that one.
Yeah, it was a little bit weird.
To be fair, I'm a little bit weird.
Yeah, but this was weird for even you. Usually you're like so good at it, and you know exactly everything to say, and I don't know, it was just like you were pretending like you weren't hearing what I was saying, is what it kind of felt like, I guess.
Well, I was listening. Sometimes I don't say everything that I know because I don't want to scare you.
Aidan, I crushed an entire turret with my mind. I don't really think much else can surprise me.
I know you think you've seen a lot of this world, but we've really only scratched the surface.
Give me a little tiny little taste. Something a little weird. Just a little weird. Like a little weirder than what I can do. So I can be like, whoa, maybe you're right.
It has to be something weird about the world?
Just something that, so I can be like, ah, damn, yeah, maybe she does know some weirder things. You know, something like that.
Gotcha. Well, I was married.
You were?
Mm-hmm. Long time ago.
To who?
Her name was Freya.
Her?
Yeah.
Me too!
Yeah, I know.
Was she so nut? Tell me everything about her.
Okay, well, we have to go at some point, Felicity. I can't.
Okay.
It was a whole life.
I want to hear everything.
I'll make a deal with you.
Mhm.
While we're on this trip, when there's time, I will tell you about parts of my life. Specifically, the ones where Freya was there.
Can I just ask, I don't know if this is insensitive because I've never met somebody who was alive for a very, very long time. Was she human?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's very cool. How long ago was it?
A long time ago. Before the countries that exist now existed.
That's crazy. That's really crazy. Alright. I guess I'm not mad at you anymore.
You have every right to be mad. I'm
just gonna say, it was maybe a little bit too mad. But I just don't know how to cope with being mad. It doesn't happen often.
Well, I'm sorry I was one of the rare triggers for that. Listen, I do not know everything. That I wasn't lying about.
Okay. Hey, I need you to pinky swear with me right now.
She extends her pinky. Okay? Yeah?
We hook pinkies and then I make a square. Because that's how you pinky square. You're under oath now. This is the highest pinky swear that has ever been, and I'm still holding on to her pinky, and I'm still making the little square.
What am I swearing to?
Were you not telling me something last night that you knew?
Yes. It's hard to share everything sometimes, Felicity.
No, I know. I didn't tell my mom that I had magic powers until, like, a couple of days ago, so...
I'm gonna work on it. Okay?
Okay.
Can we add that to the pinky promise?
Yes.
Alright. That's a cute dog.
Yeah. I know.
What's her name?
Ruby. She loves me more than anybody else.
I can tell. I'm gonna go talk to Mabel.
Okay.
And she leaves. Alright, you're gonna go see Whittaker? That'll be our last scene here at the dog park.
Yes. So I will take Ruby on her leash and I will slowly make sure she feels safe and walk her over to Whittaker.
Yeah, figured this might happen.
And I will say, Whittaker,
Yes, Miss Starnbrook.
I would like you to meet Ruby.
Oh, yeah. Hey there, Ruby. He reaches out slowly to pet Ruby.
She's nervous.
I'll be gentle. I've worked with nervous dogs.
Okay.
Ruby warms up to you, Whittaker. Seems like around Felicity, she's, feels okay.
I promise to feed her.
Oh, boy.
And take her out to go to the bathroom. And give her love because she came from a sad home.
Felicity, we are, need I remind you, we are on the run.
I would also like to remind you, Mr. Agent Whittaker, that being on the run is very emotionally stressful. And it's really, really sad sometimes, you know? You never know when you'll get back to see your family. You know, Raven's got cats at home. Don't you think she misses them?
You know, Damien can transform into any pet you desire.
But not Ruby. She's special.
Whittaker, at this point, you hear the steps of Aidan and Mabel coming back from the front desk. Mabel is beaming. She's like, so I just need a couple signatures?
Aidan did it!
Wow, I need both of you to roll charm right the fuck now.
It's 2 against 1, baby!
All
Yeah,
right,
someone's got to
let's
roll to
roll.
help out then, I guess. Jeez.
Hey, Whittaker.
Yes, Hugo?
In the arms of the angels.
Oh my god.
Fly away. Sarah McLachlan just comes up out of a vent in the floor. I got a 9.
Oh, man.
I will say, if Whittaker needs a help out role, Raven is very concerned for the well-being of this dog. As much as she loves Felicity, she's very nervous about this and is on Whittaker's side.
I rolled a 9, and I get a +1 cool for Aidan's help out, so that makes your manipulate a 10, Felicity.
Aidan, can you step aside with me real quick?
Yeah, of course.
All right. So Felicity's brought some very good points to the table.
Do you need another point?
Can you guarantee me that if shit hits the fan, you'll teleport that dog somewhere safe?
Whittaker, let me get my reincarnated daughter a dog.
Right. Yeah, of course. Yeah, go right ahead. Go right ahead. Yep. Nope, that's it. That's the one. All right. Yeah, we're getting the dog. It's fine. She's already had her vaccination, so that's fine.
She's up to date. We are going to give her a good home.
Oh, man.
Guys, you don't understand how excited I am to adopt this fake dog. You don't know how happy I am in real life.
It's not even oatmeal.
Emery, you could not have sent us here and assumed we weren't going to try and adopt a dog.
So I was fully under the impression that, in my mind, 60-40 that we would get the dog. But I had a different scene in mind where it's Whittaker getting the dog. But I like this better.
I thought it was going to be Felicity being like, Whittaker, meet your new dog. This is your dog now.
That would have been good too. But no, this is great.
It's our dog.
It's our dog.
I will reveal that the D4 roll I had everyone roll determined which of the kennel dogs I made up was going to be the one that we all adopted.
Oh.
So it was a toss-up between Cleo, the Water Spaniel, Oatmeal, Ruby, and Scout. And more people rolled 3s than anything else, so we got Ruby.
That is so cute.
That's perfect.
Wow, that worked out.
Who is
too
also
well.
named after a real-life dog that I know.
Good.
Except real-life Ruby is a little dachshund.
Aww.
And our Ruby is a sort of more medium-sized dog.
I love her so much.
Yeah. So, what else are we supposed to do this session?
What else do we need to do?
Yeah.
We talked about secrets. We had some nightmares. We got a dog.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that all you need from a road trip?
So, with your new dog, Ruby, in tow, our heroes leave the Blue Mountain Humane Society a little emotionally healed, still emotionally vulnerable, but ready to hit the road again and see where this mad dash to we know not where yet exactly will take them. And that is where we'll end the session.
And we stop to buy dog toys and dog food. And everything we need for dogs.
Oh, yes. You pick up all the dog toys and supplies right there at the society.
We got a dog, guys!
And Damien's first task is making dog armor.
Yes!
Dog armor. Interesting.
Ruby is gonna become a fucking badass. Watch Ruby be just awesome.
Ruby's gonna have the coolest character arc ever.
Yeah, as soon as she gets used to us.
Oh, man.
Don't ever kill this dog. I won't allow it.
I promise. Ruby is safe.
Thank you.
We will never harm
Protect
Ruby in the
Ruby.
making of this show.
I would rather have Felicity die before this dog.
Now, I could have sworn, isn't that in our list?
It's in our list of things. It's on our list
Is
of
it?
safety tools is no harm to pets because that's one of my things.
No harm to
Yes.
pets.
Good.
No harm to
It's
babies.
literally impossible. If a bad guy ever targets the dog, there'll just be a little bubble shield around them.
That's right.
Inexplicably.
Natalie, will physically manifest and be like, get away from this dog.
Actual God will come
Natalie
down.
the keeper.
Yep. Hi,
Nope.
excuse me? No?
Not allowed?
She just snaps and they're not there anymore.
Turns to the squad. Sorry, guys. Killed your big bad.
Sorry about that. Had to be done. Ruby is safe again.